It's been a long journey for so many hockey families to partake, and we've all, have a moment of pride to really, be able to graduate. It's an amazing moment to really say what level of involvement all the coaching staff have really contributed to our, the maturation of the young fellows that are sitting here today. Why are they sitting? Anyways, thank you. Thank you for opening up your home, the Applestones, to have this gathering. Moving into the different bedrooms, and but we'll have a fight over that one later. Thank you again. Bart Furman, once more rising to the occasion, not only lending for years your husband, but also sharing your hospitality and organizational skills. That's only the beginning. Thank you. Thank you. Ian. Organization Plus, I could learn a few things on the emails on how to get people to pay. This might lighten your load, we're all indebted. Thank you. So none of this happens without really some hockey parents. And in this case, the hockey parents who are also coaches. It's just a go-to emergency number. In my case, it all began when my son asked, is this the game where I can wear a uniform? Okay. Is this the game that I can fight? Alright. You know what? Okay. Some of that's true, and it's been a blessing. I can't believe we're here at the age 17 or 18 where the fellas have really grown together as people, and really because we have surrogate parents. Thank you for all of the things that you've done. The countless hours, the contribution in ways that have to manage the personalities involved. Take them all, they all come back, and it's really amazing to see what young people that they've become to be. I'm so proud of that. I think we can say that from all families here. But really, you've given a lot of your life to add to each one of theirs, and they will be enriched beyond. We all are. Yeah, thank you, and I know Peter couldn't be here tonight, but what we would think is a little thing, just the medical supervision. We laugh about opening and closing, the doors. I mean, those are things that at the end of the day, we really want the kids to gel. It wouldn't happen with all the years of perseverance and know-how. Just the intuition that you've had to guide the kids so that they feel inspired, that they have role models, that they want to be somebody like the coaches have really provided for us. We're really blessed. Thank you again. The memories that are endless, but that will go forward from this day on. But we want to take a moment for each of the kids to really take a moment to say something about their experience, perhaps. And we're going to have the assistant and the captain to just hold off till the end of that. But I'm going to invite each of the players to come up for a moment to say a few words.
As most of you guys know, I'm first year on the team. I'm a rookie, and
probably wouldn't make it next year.
I won't even come out. Anyways, I really feel supported when I come up here. Like, it's some people say it takes a lot of guts to come up first, but I think it's mostly because I've had the support and I've had these guys. I've had these guys from. Have my back all year, so it's really not tough coming up when you're standing in front of a bunch of your friends up here. So for the coaches, I've never actually been on a team where I've had the freedom of gelling with my friends without the coaches being, you know, up my ass, I'm sorry to say, but you know, it happens more at a young age when, you know, the coaches are just trying to drill in, you know, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And I did have a coach like that last year, and like, you know, like, it works, but I think I've never had a coaches that are able to tell me, you know, do what you want to do, to have fun, go out there, play your style. Most coaches like that, you know, it's just a bunch of guys who go out and have some fun and come 4th or 5th place, you know, losing the first round of the playoffs. But I'm sure you can say we had a lot of skill. What?
We're out the weeks, we're all good.
Yeah.
Just wrap it up.
Not saying we don't have a lot of skill, but you know, it's really been amazing having supporting coaches that let us go out, do what we want to do. And it's really helped us gel as a team. Obviously, I came this year, so I don't know what it was like previous years, but obviously there was a lot of chemistry before I came, but it was really easy to come on this team as a walk-on, just to gel with the guys and have that freedom. And you know, we finished first, and you don't see that very often. You don't see the type of coach that just lets you do what you want to do, have fun. You know, you always say most important thing is having fun, but it's, you know, you don't get the opportunity every day to just come on a hockey team with a bunch of great guys, have a lot of fun, and you know, win it all.
All I want to say is I've been a part of this team for about 8 or 9 years. I started in grade 5. I was lucky enough to make the team. I wasn't the best player back then, but I came onto the team, just joining a group of great guys. These are my best friends at the time. I've been growing up pretty much all my high school life, just playing with them, going on tournaments, playing in games, and it's been such a great experience. And then just thanks to all the coaches, you know, you made my time as a part of York Mills hockey so memorable. It's been just a blast. So thank you.
Yeah, so it's been 9 years. Went by pretty quick. I'm gonna regret it next year. You know, no hockey. I'll cry about miss my boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to the coaches. Thanks to the coaches so much. Like, you commit your time to, like, this takes a lot of time to do. And throughout my years, you guys put in 100%, just like I would on the ice. And you really didn't shape me as just as a hockey player. You really developed me as a human being, and I wouldn't be myself today without you guys.
Yeah. Alright, so I got the pleasure of growing up with most of these kids, guys, men now, when I was younger, and I grew to know most of these coaches. Peter only when I came back, but I've known you guys for a long time, and I went to a few single A teams, and it was pretty fun, but you know, I was given the great opportunity to come back and rejoin all my friends that I've known for a long time, and make some new friends as well. And yeah, and I've never had coaches that made me feel so at home on the team, and the coaches in single A definitely didn't help me out as much as you guys as a person or on the ice, in fact. And you guys are just great people to be around.
Yeah. I just wanted to start off just saying thanks to the coaches, especially you, Coach Berman. What we really don't appreciate is the fact that it's really competitive when we play for York Mills. You know, we always have a great team, but at the end of the day, everyone keeps coming back. It's just a great time. We all have so much fun every year, all the tournaments and stuff. The games are a great time. The coaches really do a great job keeping us competitive, but they also make us have a lot of fun as well, which I really appreciate. Andy as well, thanks buddy. I just want to touch on favorite memory, boys. Favorite memory. Only a few of us, I think, were here. I remember that was back when Levy was a goalie. I don't know if many of the parents remember. We played London. We went into this tournament. We played London in the finals.
Yes.
We had about 5 or 6 shots the whole game. Levy had about 60 shots on him. We ended up winning the game. We were up 3-1. I took a stupid penalty. Levy made a sweet glove save. We ended up winning the game 3-2. We had 5 shots total. Best game we ever played. We scored, and I was just telling the fans to raise the roof. I had a great time playing hockey at York Mills.
Alright, so 2 years ago I transferred from North Toronto House League. I planned on just transferring over to York Mills House League to play with Reed, Borland, and some other schoolmates, and they convinced me to come out to a select scrimmage. So I did, and it wasn't very good, but there's also not too many other players out there, so I think the coaches felt they needed to make a team, so they invited me back, and sure enough, soon they were asking what number I wanted on my jersey, so I felt that I became part of the team, and we went on some great tournaments to Montreal. And, yeah, it's the only competitive hockey I'd played, and it's an unreal time connecting with all you guys, a lot of whom I didn't know beforehand, and definitely improved as a player.
No doubt, yeah. One or two.
Yeah, from what I was before, and overall it was a great experience. Highlights, of course, winning this year's championship, winning this year's Montreal tournament, taking down the boys at Forest Hill and Avenue Road, and it's just been a great time, and I never expected it to happen, but the coaches made it happen. You guys have been unreal the whole time, so, and all the boys. So it's just a great experience that I didn't see coming, but it was quite something.
I'm Kale, for a lot of parents I haven't met yet. I was new to the team this year. This was my first year playing with the York Mills team, and I came because Justin's like one of my best buddies, so he said, why don't you come out? And then by chance, Remy, Monaco, and Joey Vitti, who played on my old team, came with us. So I was like, oh hey, why not? Might as well go play. So first time I met Coach Furman, I just walked in the room and I was like, hey coach, how you doing? And the first thing he told me was like, man, are you shit or can you make it? So I knew right away that this team was going to be something I looked forward to and have a lot of fun. You know when the coach is asking you if you're bad or not the first tryout, then like, you know there's going to be some straightforwardness going out the door. So yeah, it was fun coming out. I had a good tryout, and then Furman and the coaches made me feel really comfortable. Big Andy Eck. Known him for a while, see him every day. It's a good time, so I felt really at home. All the boys were really comforting. I came into it, a new team, saw a lot of new faces. It was really welcoming. I got a little nervous at the beginning of the season, just a new guy coming into a new team who's built such a strong relation for such a long time. But I was welcomed in right away, and it was a really good time. Best memories I've had for one season, I honestly have had the best memories I've had in my whole hockey career. Best time I've ever had.
Alright, well, what can I say that hasn't already been said, right? These guys are great, so supportive. My highlight's probably winning the championship this year after a few runs, a few bad games, but you know, it's been alright. We balanced out, we got the hardware to back it up. Thank you guys so much for being great
Duffel bags.
Duffel bags.
You guys have been so supportive as coaches, and you've been great role models as well, so I just want to thank you so much for affecting our lives and making them so much better.
So yeah, I'm the other tender, and so I think one of my best memories is probably going to Montreal and 2 years in a row, and then Owen Sound I think it was the other year, and then yeah, so those were some great memories. I think when I got onto the team I was in house league. I think it was Furman who came and talked to me and said like, why don't you come out to a few games or whatever, and so yeah, so I sort of got introduced to the team, and it was a great time. So I've had a great 4 years. Thanks to all the coaches for just making all my memories really great and memorable. And so yeah, thanks a lot.
So I came onto this team back in beginning of grade 9, beginning of high school. I played competitive hockey in single A for a while, and I always liked it, but I was looking for something that was a little more, it was a better balance of competition and fun. And the coaches really helped produce that. This was the first time I've really had the perfect balance, which is tough as a coach to produce, because you want your team to be good, you want to like be hard on the guys to like make sure they're playing well and stuff, but at the same time you want to make it fun for everyone. And I think our coaches have just done a fabulous job of this, so I really thank them for that. And I guess best memories, it's always great to win. So I'd say Montreal, we had a great time. We had, again, the time to have all of our fun, but also the time to win the championship, and that was great. And also in the playoffs this year, of course, it's always fun to win finals. So I'd really like to thank the coaches for finding that great equilibrium of fun and competitiveness and make it a really great 4 years for me.
Yeah!
Alright, so as Justin said before, I started my York Mills career as a goalie way back when, and it was a good time, and like after grade 6 or grade 7 I think I wanted more competition. I don't know why. So I moved to AA, and I had a few coaches there that were way worse, I'm going to say. No offense to them, but yeah, I had nowhere near as much fun as when I came back, and I was really glad to be welcomed back when I came in grade 9. And you know, my style of play, I'm proud to say I'm kind of a puck hog. You know, I can get into trouble sometimes, and I'm not the biggest guy, and I'm really thankful that a lot of the people a lot of the teammates here been backing me out of situations where I'd run into a goalie or I'd have another bigger guy pissed off at me. So I'm really thankful that they were bailing me out. And you know, this year I got to play with Furman and Justin up in the single A with the North Toronto, and we have you just learned that we have a great team down, like in Select, not down here, but in Select. And going up to North Toronto, we would kill those guys if we played them. Like our level of play is just shows being in Tier 1 Select. You hear about all these other Select teams, like there's like 18 or 19 in the whole league and through all the tiers, and to be the top of all of that is something pretty special. So I'd just like to thank everybody here, all the coaches for such a great time in the team, and it meant a lot to me playing that.
So I could talk on like forever about like each individual player, parent who's made a significant amount of a significant amount of time and effort into this team. From Eric Sims, the Sim family's Chinese New Year treats. We love it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it off to university.
Please. Yeah, I'll keep this short and sweet because after bonding with these guys, some for years on end, sweet and short and sweet. I know it's all running through their heads. It's alcohol, just to be honest. To all three coaches, unfortunately York couldn't be here. To Andy, just countless times I've laughed on the bench with you. I just can't, it's just so positive. You bring such energy to the team, and I really thank you for that over the past 9 years that I've been a player under you. And real short and sweet, you've been the best coach I've had and the best father.
So,
what color are we?
What?
What color are we?
Man, like I wish I could roughly half again. So, the boys have been saying I owe them a speech all year, so here we go. It's sad to think that it's been so long that not everyone knows the story. I was a member of Avenue Road for 5 years before I was a part of York Mills. I had some good run-ins with Levy, Echo, Narins. Karen's, I'm so Karen's, anyone else I missed, Stinny, Simmer, and then after 5 years I'll ignore the logistics, but Avenue Road totally screwed me over, and I came, and we called up, Jared Chalmers was the coach at the time. We called him up and he said we could come to the tryout, and coaches at the time were him and Mr. Furman and Mr. Ecclestone, and we were arch enemies at that time. We had some interesting playoff experiences, and I was totally welcomed to the team with open arms. The guys who were still on the team from then, 4 or 5 of you guys welcomed me in. There was nothing from the fact that we had a big rivalry going on, and
I've had 6 years since then, and it's been amazing. Furman, like, you've dealt with me. We've had some issues. I do apologize for making your heart race every time I get a breakaway and fail, which is 90% of the time, or hitting the post. But you've learned to live with it. It's kind of an accepted fact that when I get a good chance, it's not going to go in. It's much better to dish it off to someone else. Andy, thanks for dealing with the door the whole time. You've ran my forward door for, I think, all the 6 years, and I think you can firsthand say how shit I am at trying to jump the board, so it's really damn necessary that you're there.
Even though the way Josh needs to come out this door.
So guys, from whoever's been here for 1 year, 9 years, shame I don't have a drink in my hand to raise a glass here, but cheers to however many awesome years we've had with this team. I think everyone had a great experience. It's shaped our lives, it's changed our lives, and we're all going to be moving on to different places next year, but it's a real treat that we were able to spend all this time together. So.
I know Peter Nord's not here, or Carter. We missed not having them here, but I'm glad that Howard Sari came up with the idea to film this, so we'll make sure that they get that. And also Scott was not able to come here, and also Remy Monaco, so I'm sure they felt the same about what these boys have spoken so well about. So, David?
Can I just get a word into these brass before they
I can make it real short and sweet, guys. So one of the things you won't realize, you look back as your 17-year-old, you'll say that, you know, when you're playing New York Mills hockey, we always talked about, we love to be winners, right? And unfortunately, the way our structure is, you can't always be winners because of holidays and things like that. But this year, you guys were friggin' winners. I would say fucking, but I can't. Right? But you've heard me say it before. So congratulations on Montreal. Congratulations on I don't care what level of hockey you play in to win a championship, whether you're playing ping pong or hockey or anything, it's difficult to do. You're playing against guys that all want the same thing. And you guys prevailed and did a great job. Am I keeping you up? But I tell you, don't get unchanged when I'm talking and don't yawn. So the other thing is, just one last thing, and this sort of sums up what all you guys were saying. I think back to, where's Christopher? So Chris,
yeah,
he's a peewee. How old are you at a peewee? 12?
How old was I? 11.
11, 12. So, and I think this goes for all you guys, and I mean this sincerely. You know, as fathers, and you'll all get this, and some of you guys moved up to A and AA, we have a crop of guys here that have played AA, that have played select, that every one of you could have played A or AA. And I said to Christopher, I said, you know, do you want to move up? Do you want to try to play something else? And he looked at me like I got rocks on my head. And he said to me, Dad, my friends are all here. Why would I go anywhere? That was his answer to me. No, it's not about Chris. It's just about, this is the York Mills bond. He said, this is where my friends are. And you guys have all showed that tonight. You know, regardless of where you go, you all end up where your friends are, where you want to be. And that's something you'll remember all your lives, right? And I hope you remember that all your lives, because you may not have a team like this again. You may have many of them, but you may not have another one. So congratulations. You did a great job, and you guys have been an absolute pleasure. The other thing, just one last thing, because I can't go without saying this. We've had a chance to have, you know, guys like Joey, like Kale, like, you know, Chris, and, you know, every year we've had 1 or 2 new guys come in, and you've all, as a team, embraced these guys. And you guys have embraced our team, and I thank you for that. It's never been like we've had an outsider. We've never had an outsider on our team. You guys have been gentlemen. You've always welcomed people. You've always made them feel special. And you'll do that all your life in business. You'll do that all your life as you meet friends and you welcome people into your life. You did that with your teammates. So remember that and keep doing that. Because it's not just about hockey, right? It really isn't. So congratulations, guys. Okay?
There's a problem with the picture, though. There's too much hair on it.
Way too much hair.
No.
Just about right.
Just a couple things, guys. Oh, Coach Furman's always has, you know, a lot of very knowledgeable things to say. All I want to say is that my memory of you guys is not like one individual moment. It's like this time-lapse photo in terms of when we first started, when, I don't know if you guys were 8 or 9 when we first started, up until the time that we're 17. The most enjoyable thing for us is actually seeing you guys go from just those first couple of years when all we would tell you guys, we didn't tell you anything. We just basically said, go out there and skate as fast as you can, right? And that's all we focused on for those first couple of years. And then to see everybody develop. And the interesting thing about this team was, at different points in time, almost every single player was effectively one of the strongest players on the team. And then when we got to the end...
Yeah.
By the time we finished, I can actually say by the time we finished, like, you know, Joss was always a very strong player. And he finished as a very strong player. But by the time he finished this year, we can look back and Coach Furman and I would look at it and we'd say, it doesn't really matter what the lines are. We can just throw you guys out because at the end of the day, everybody became very, very proficient players, even you, Chris.
Thank you. The most gratifying thing for us has actually nothing to do with hockey. Has to do with the fact that when we look at every one of you guys, we're very proud of you individually, and we're pretty confident that on a go-forward basis that you guys, in your individual ways, every one of you guys are going to be successful, and there's nothing that we would like more than if, like, 4 or 5 years from now, when you finish university, don't be afraid to actually send out an email or something and say, you know what, Coach, this is what I'm doing now. You know, I graduated, I went to work at Goldman Sachs, or I went to... Okay, maybe you had to get stuck at Gluskin Chef. Someplace like that. And you got a decent job, and you moved on, and you had fun. Okay, guys? That's what we want to do. Thank you. Yeah!
He said all year.
Sarcasm's over, boys. Did you see that? Sarcasm. That was a joke. That's a joke, bullshit.
Wow. Okay, boys, bring in one last one.
Rangers. Thank you so much. Rangers on 3.
Rangers, boys. Rangers 3.
I tell you.
Hey, El Capitano, let's hear it, boss.
Rangers on 3.
1, 2, 3, Rangers!
Yeah. They could probably still do it, no? Yeah, they could still do it.
I haven't told you about that.
Yeah, okay. So now you're going to read our intro after uni. See you.
Keep well. Thank you for organizing.
Good luck, eh?
Next time we do it, I'll tell you.
I'm sorry.
It's those hands, those soft hands.
Organize all